It's wrestling.
The hell is this shit? Chocolate.
Welcome to It's All Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name is Bill.
And my name is Doug.
And we are two men in our 40s talking about professional wrestling like men in their 40s do.
Yeah, we do.
Doug. Oh, Jesus. Doug, how is your week?
It's been very good, Bill. Do I remember anything? No.
Well, you probably remember at least like two things.
I do. One of them was seeing you and your beautiful family.
Yeah.
And the second was I went to a movie, and that was only a couple hours ago. So I remember that.
Yeah. What movie did you see, buddy?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Bill.
Wow, Doug.
I got super Marvel brain right now because it was also in 3D.
Ew.
It was the first 3D movie I've seen in a long time.
I do not prescribe to the 3D movie gimmick, except for when it's Avatar, Way of the Water. So how was the 3D on that?
I thought it was good. Like I said, I hadn't been to one in forever, but I just didn't remember like it really being a thing I needed to do. But even during they had like 3 previews in 3D. I'm like, just watching the previews, I'm like,
what previews? That's what I'm more interested in. What previews? Did you see Oppenheimer?
yes. So it showed like 4. I thought about you during that. I don't know why, but I did.
Because of my infatuation with nuclear weapons.
So it was like 4 regular previews and then 3 3D previews.
Okay, so what were the previews?
Gran Turismo.
Oh, does that look like shit? There's no way that's going to be good.
It actually looked pretty good. It did. If I would have saw the name in the beginning, I'd been like, nah, this can be fucking stupid. But no, it looks pretty cool.
Okay. You saw Oppenheimer.
What's Oppenheimer? Oh, Hunger Games.
Oh, did that look like shit?
No, it looks pretty cool. But I was a Hunger Game mark.
No.
I believe you were too.
Yeah, dude. Like we did one of our many attempts at doing a book club like ages ago. Like we did the Hunger Games as a book club. Like we were all in like our early 30s, maybe. And that was like that was one of the ones we did. I liked the Hunger Games. The movies were pretty good. I didn't like how they split the last one, but I liked the movies.
Yeah.
I have no desire to do a prequel. Call me crazy.
I guess it's a book. I haven't read this book. I've read all the original Hunger Game books.
I knew there was a book of it, but yeah, I don't know.
I'll see it.
I'll see it when it's streaming.
Right.
How did Oppenheimer look? Because you probably got a better trailer than I did. Because the trailer I got was during Avatar: Way of the Water. And it was good. It was good, but it wasn't like, yeah, it was
I wasn't really that focused on it, so I don't know.
Do you even know who Oppenheimer is?
Was it? I'll probably totally fuck this up. Was it it was the nuclear bomb, but I can't.
I
can't remember the names. Was it A bomb? Atom bomb.
Yeah, essentially, yes, it's atom bomb. But no,
Yes.
yeah, you're right. He was the lead of the Manhattan Project.
Yes.
Out of Los Alamos down in New Mexico. And he is responsible for detonating creating, building, and detonating the first nuclear weapon ever out at White Sands in New Mexico.
Okay.
The big thing about this one is that Christopher Nolan, who, in all honesty, despite his politics, really cannot make a bad movie. If you can point out a Christopher Nolan movie that's bad, I will kick you off a cliff because it doesn't exist.
Give me a couple.
The Dark Knight Rise trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Inception, Interstellar, Memento.
So he's good at things.
Insomnia. Oh yeah, Dunkirk, Dunkirk's fucking amazing. I love Dunkirk. I love all his fucking movies. Yeah, no, he's great. Like he's one of the last super solid filmmakers out there, I think. But
Gotcha.
so he said that he created practically, meaning without CGI, without special effects, or there's special effects, but without like CGI. He created the largest explosion non-nuclear for the film.
Jesus.
And brother, if you could recreate a nuclear bomb without a nuclear bomb and you filmed it in IMAX, I'm eating all the popcorn, baby.
Who was the president at the time of that? Eisenhower?
No, because we were still in World War II. That would have been Truman.
I think
FDR sanctioned it. Yeah, FDR sanctioned it. He died. Truman became president because he was vice president at the time due to rat fucking that happened at the DNC. I suggest everyone look at that fucking whole deal up. And yeah, it was Truman because Truman's the one that was responsible for dropping the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
God. So I think the best part of the preview, like I kind of tuned out the first 3/4, and then like
then you saw boom fire, and you're like, ooh.
They press the red button, and then like the phones light up. It's like, sir, Truman wants to know what happens next, and then he just kind of looks, and then they just cut it off.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be great. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I am definitely looking forward to Oppenheimer. And it comes out the same week as Barbie, or the same day as Barbie.
Back to the movie.
I heard it's good.
It was good, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like
it was fun.
I like the Guardians. I do, even in my eternal shitting on Marvel, especially Marvel movies, Guardians of the Galaxy is still really good. I've always liked them. I won't go see it in the theater, but I will definitely be seeing it here, when it comes out. Probably even buy it because I already have the other two. Like James Gunn makes fucking great movies. I loved his Suicide Squad. I don't know if you saw that, but his version of the Suicide Squad is fucking amazing. And then and Cena's in it, and then they did that whole spin-off show on HBO Max for Cena, and it's done by James Gunn as well. And I fucking love that show too.
I've heard good things about that.
Do you have HBO?
Yeah.
You should watch. You and the wife should sit down and watch that. Do not have your 25-year-old daughter. She's too pure to watch that. But you guys would love it. I mean, actually, it might even horn you up a little bit.
I want to do bad things with you.
Might be some true blood horning up.
Oh man.
I don't know. Oh man.
Oh man, Bill.
Oh man.
Bill.
Huh?
How was your week?
Oh, no. Honestly, my week's kind of been a bummer.
I'm sorry.
Just
why, buddy?
Right. Fucking rain's fucking up everything. My son's been homesick the entire week. Like, just kind of a bummer. I mean, I saw you on Saturday, which was nice. Saw a nice wrestling show. Actually, a really good wrestling show.
Yeah.
On Saturday. But yeah, it's just been kind of a bummer. Like went to the doctor this morning for my stupid my stupid ankle. Yeah, because it shouldn't be as bad as it is now. It should be better. Shit. And so my doctor thinks that I partially tore my Achilles.
Oh fuck.
It's just, which makes actually a lot of sense. And it's also my greatest fear in life is a complete tear of the Achilles. Oh man. Like
oh man.
Like I know everyone, especially if you've ever done retail where you've knocked a shopping cart into the back of your Achilles. That's like that is my second greatest fear is a completely torn Achilles. So that's what she is thinking, and she definitely thinks I tore a couple other ligaments, but she thinks there's definitely a tear in the Achilles tendon. So yeah, kind of a bummer week for me, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely probably getting a hearing aid. Like everything sucks, man. I'm fucking old. God.
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired. And I work with fucking children. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired. And I work with hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired. And I work with hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired. And I work with fucking children. And I'm old and I'm fucking tired. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired. And I work with fucking children.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Doug.
Bill. Yes.
So we both mentioned it. We both went to
did.
wrestling. We went to wrestling together. My family came with us. Your family had abandoned you, and you made your entire house smell weird in only ways you can. And after you
Just
got
certain
done with doing
closets.
that, certain closets, just as you
Yeah.
got done with emanating your stench in the closet, then you came up to or down, depending how you want to look at it, down to beautiful Thornton, Colorado, to the Castle Event Center for some
Beautiful.
new is it?
The Castle Event Center? Wow.
So to watch some new era pro wrestling, Spring Fling, it was seriously the best. It was definitely the best new era show I've seen, top to bottom. I was confused on some things, but that later rectified itself as we got to
For
the
sure.
end of the night.
Yeah.
But it was
We can
really fun. I mean,
Explain that as we go. But yeah, it was I agree with you that it was the best new era show I've been to. I thought, yeah, like you said, top to bottom, it just was just solid. Everything flowed. We've been to some other where there's some long promos where I was still newer and didn't know the storylines.
there was long podium setups,
Right.
but the
I felt like it all like paid off.
It really did. It really did in the end. The more I think about it, like everything paid off really well. It was a really good show. Bruce Rogers, Austin Reddick had a fine little match. Really,
sure.
really enjoyed that one. Jack Moody, Hunter, and Jason Noel. It's Noel, not Noel. They actually had a really good match. Like considering Jack had a dislocated shoulder that he was still rehabbing, like he did some awesome character work. Hunter was awesome. And that was probably the best I've ever seen Jason Noel. I'm trying to think of some other really good highlights other than the Logan Royce match, which was insane. Good little tag team match for the belts with, I guess, Ryzen and Sin. Is it Sin? Who's his partner?
Ryzen and Jason.
Jason. That's right. It's so sick.
Jason
Works. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming out of retirement, ex-champion Kincaid comes out with Junso. They had a great match. We saw not one, but two. Fuck, what's the name of it?
Doomsday Devices.
Thank you. Yes, Doomsday Devices.
Yeah.
Which was cool because I've never seen a Doomsday Device live, I don't think. It is one of those tag team finishers that, like, I have no idea how people in the 70s and 80s were okay taking that and why people are still okay taking that, because there's so many things that can go wrong on that.
Like watching it on TV, you're like, oh, this is simple. Like, and then
I don't
watching
know, man.
it,
I've watched it enough where I'm just like, I don't like it. Like, I feel really bad for the guy taking the move. Always. Guy or
this
gal.
time watching it in person, like right in front of us. I'm like, oh shit, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, but everything was
they pulled it off just
great.
fine. Yeah.
And
then we saw another tag team match that was pretty good as well. Lipto and Dorian Maddox.
We refer to as Filter. He'll always be Filter in our mind.
For sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you, Filter got some new gear. No hog present. Minus the no hog, which I think is probably a good thing.
Probably.
I dug it because he's doing Big Daddy Cool. He's doing Big Sexy. He's Kevin Nash. Like he He was some Kevin Nash fucking pants. Beautiful ring boots.
Definitely had the Kevin Nash movements down.
Oh man. If Dorian, aka Filter, aka I think he has another name.
Monster Zero.
Monster Zero, yes, Monster Zero. If he continues to go forth with the Kevin Nash gimmick and he starts doing Kevin Nash moves, he will be, if he has the Kevin Nash moveset, he will be my favorite wrestler of all time. If he puts in Squisher.
Do you think we can get an interview with him and just see if he wants to get some ravioli?
Oh God, I watched. Oh, that is one thing I did do this week. I watched the ravioli interview.
Okay, for those of you that aren't familiar, and you always hear us talk about like ravioli and Kelly.
I'd have Kelly give me a Hurricane Rana. Give me a Frankensteiner.
Look it up on
That's
YouTube.
That's like the worst Kevin Nash I've ever done. Fuck, that sucked.
Kevin Nash shoot interview ravioli.
Just ravioli shoot interview. Kevin Nash ravioli shoot interview.
The full version's what, like an hour and a half?
I don't know. I fell asleep listening to it because.
Or you can find the. I've watched the 5-minute.
No, do not watch the
5-minute ravioli version.
No,
where all it is every bite of ravioli.
No, you can't watch the 5-minute. You can't watch the 5-minute. You need the whole thing. It's one of those that I've always heard about the ravioli shoot, and then I watched it, and no one has ever mentioned that it's at Johnny Gargano's parents' restaurant. They shoot it at Johnny Gargano's parents' restaurant in Cleveland, Ohio, and you can hear like Gargano's mom asking what kind of ravioli Nash wants, and they're at this table. Like, it's one of those tables that I knew 2 people that had these tables, but it's a table that I guarantee you, if you were alive and like kind of adult in the early 2000s, you saw. It was the table where it would be like a steel or not cast iron, but it would be like a steel frame. And then there would be pseudo rock tiles that would be put into place and you could change the variation. I'm telling you, I knew. Shut up, lady. You know this table. You have walked into some guy's apartment who was a poon hound, and he had this table, or he thought he was a poon hound, or a drug dealer, or a drug dealer. But anyway, ravioli interview. Sorry, back to New Era.
New Era.
Oh man, no, yeah.
Then we get to the main event, Bill. Main event, we had Royce Isaacs versus the champion Logan in a strap match. Was awesome. The first time I've ever seen a strap match live.
I don't think many people have seen a strap match live.
Probably not.
Probably not. It started off slow. Strap matches always start off slow. Mm-hmm. However, I love the match. It was Royce at his best. It was Royce versus like him versus Suzuki, or I would say him versus Austin, him versus Anaya, where he's putting it in. And Logan's is becoming a little beef boy himself. He was not high flying. He wasn't jumping around. Like, it was solid. Both of them got bloodied. Royce had a beautiful, beautiful mask. Logan had one early and then it kind of just went away. Brother needs to take some aspirin and shoot some fucking whiskey. My one little critique. They did not utilize the strap very well, except for when like Royce started beating the shit out of
a few whips and a few playing around in the beginning.
But it was like, but that's my one critique. It did not need to be a strap match. It could have been like a Extreme Rules match or no holds barred match, and it would have been just
no count outs, because that's ultimately what they were trying to get at. There's a door. There's a table.
They GCW doored it. They busted the table. I wish we had good footage of the door. We don't have any footage of the door.
Oh, I thought you had a good
pictures. One. I missed it. I did a lot of like, oh shit, they're about to do it. And then by the time I get my shit together, it's already done. Great show, like great show overall. And then we find out, Doug, what did we find out at the end?
We found out the unfortunate news that was the last ever New Era Wrestling show.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, they're no longer going to be around. Like you said, they ended off on a high note. They finished up everything really, really well. As far as keeping respects to the consistent wrestlers and personalities that have always been there. We don't ever talk about this guy, but like kind of the mainstay of New Era, literally like the mainstay of New Era is this guy named Duff Doyle, who he has this goofball face character, loves orange, where like all this stuff. But the man's good. He's a seriously good wrestler. And I swear to God that he's killed someone. Like at one
not
point
in the
in time,
ring.
he not in the ring. No, he's not dangerous in the ring. He has killed someone though with his bare hands. Like he just looks like it seems like a super nice guy, but there's some darkness behind him, I think. But and this ongoing storyline that they have that was like about this Dr. Silver who's kind of running this thing that's trying to destroy Duff Doyle and the goodness and purity of New Era. I mean, and they had a match where it was Duff Doyle versus Dr. Silver and Caleb Crush, and so and Duff ends up winning, and everyone that won at the time or during their match, I guarantee you, I turned to Doug and I was like, why the fuck did they win?
Right.
Because it didn't make sense to me. A couple of them, sure, why not?
Why did this person come out of retirement from 3 months ago to win the tag team titles?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's because these are the New Era. I don't necessarily want to say originals. I know there's definitely a handful that are, but it's the ones that have always been around, that have always been there, and they won, and they treated them well. And New Era has been around for 12 years in the Colorado scene. I remember seeing New Era flyers in Golden when I would go to Golden ages ago. I guarantee you I saw a early Facebook ad that like in the algorithm popped up for New Era. Like when I was, before my first child, or as my first child was in utero, there'd be situations where every now and then you and I would be like, hey, Honky Tonk Man and Greg Valentine are in Golden at the White Buffalo.
Right.
And I'm like, I go see the Hammer, but I ain't paid shit for Honky. And we just started going. I mean, well, you started going last year. You convinced me to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was about exactly a year ago was the first time I went, because I know it was May 14th, because they had May the 14th be with you was their title.
The show title. At Beautiful Mile High Comics.
Yeah, and so that was our first time going to Mile High Comics, and so we went there.
Family friendly show. You were able to take your 25-year-old daughter.
It was her first show, first person, the first live wrestling match, the first person she sees come out was Lipto, so we've been a huge Lipto fan since then. That night, she talked to Tyra, Bruce Wayne, just a bunch of people we've seen a lot over this last year. So it's just been a cool place. I've only missed, a couple shows in the last year, but it's been a lot of fun for me and my family. And then, you've came with us several times.
I brought my family almost every show that I've been to, other than one. You sold New Era to me as the one with stunt grannies in it. Like there's a loyal fan base of people that just enjoy professional wrestling like people used to enjoy professional wrestling. Like it was just people that you're going to go out, you're going to watch professional wrestling, you're going to watch storylines, you're going to cheer, and then that's it. And you hope to have good matches and good storylines. But it doesn't matter the technicality of the match. It's just if you're entertained. And so that's what sold me ongoing. And so they did this for the entire time. New Era did. And they always seemed to treat their personnel, that being, you know, anything from the refs to the announcers to the stage announcer to the timekeeper to the sound guy to the, if I didn't say referees, the referees, like they always seem to treat them well. They always seem to be on the up and up. They always seem to do right by the fans and by the scene, the wrestling scene. Right. And Colorado's wrestling scene, honestly, when Primos, or excuse me, when New Era started, I'm completely dumb on this. So don't, every a-hole can start jumping on me, but there wasn't a lot out there. I mean, Lucha Libre and Laughs wasn't out there yet. Primos was there, or a form of Primos that was there, I'm sure. New Era was there. I'm sure there was
Primos
a couple
was
others.
The first, but
Rocky Mountain Pro under some iteration was probably there. They're really just kind of the group that kind of held things together when things got not bad, but when things got sparse. You know, they were able to still do monthly shows.
Right.
You know, certain promotions took time off, or certain promotions got bigger. Certain promotions, you know, decided to do things differently as far as how many shows they're going to do a year. And as far as I can tell, New Era has always been kind of that one anchor of wrestling. As far as I can tell, you know, I just want to thank New Era, thank the ownership group, thank the wrestlers, thank everyone who's been a part of it, because my history with them is very brief personally, but I really liked going to the shows, and I really like taking my kids to those shows, and my kids enjoyed those shows. My wife enjoyed those shows. That's kind of where I'm standing with it.
Yeah. Likewise, you know, we enjoyed going there. You know, it was something my daughter and wife got to look forward to every month. You know, my daughter absolutely loved it. I mean, her favorite part was, since they're so family oriented, is, you know, at breaks and at the end, pretty much every wrestler would hang around and stay out there and talk as long as people were there to talk to them. My daughter would stay, you know, there wasn't very many people left, and she is still wanting to go, oh, we got to go talk to Bruce. We got to go talk to Jason. We had to go. I got to
go see Heidi again. Oh, yeah. There's the nurse. I got to go talk to her again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're 25. You could do this without us.
And to everyone's credit, everyone was stand out with the kids.
Oh, 100%.
My guess, if you weren't going to be, you probably left. The people that stayed out there were totally cool. We'll talk to everyone, take pictures, autographs.
Oh, yeah.
You know, signing shirts, signing flyers, signing, you know, whatever people wanted them to.
So many people signed like the little flyers for like that they would paper, that the promotion would paper for the next event on chairs. People were signing those for, like, I mean, just, they made it special for a lot of people.
It'll definitely be missed here in Colorado, and maybe someday we will see some of those people again.
And this is when you start like sending me texts about like, hey, I got this boxing ring in Casper I can buy for $250. No, Doug. Yeah,
no, I shot that down.
I know.
We could though.
I already put it out there that we're dumb enough to run a promotion, but we're just too goddamn poor. So
yeah.
But anyway, again, thanks New Era for everything. I really hope someone steps up and can do what New Era was doing.
For sure.
Jesus Christ. I don't want to. Should we talk about AEW?
Yes, we should. I'll go.
Doug.
I thought the Chris Jericho Roderick Strong match was going to be
Are we talking
horrible.
about Dynamite or what are we talking about, Doug? You just automatically be like, oh, Roderick Strong.
Yeah,
Doug,
Roderick Strong.
Set it up.
Okay. Edit, cut. Wait, are they back? Wait, no, that was the thing first. Bill, did you watch this week's AEW Dynamite live from beautiful Austin, Texas?
I did. However, Austin is not beautiful. Austin is a weird horseshit tax haven for neoliberal tech bitches who are using the ability to run tech firms without being taxed appropriately to further kill this world. I'm looking at you, Elon, you fucking cunt.
Dude, are you done? Do you need any more?
But hook 'em horns.
Hook 'em horns, that's right.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. Do you remember how many Texas hats I used to have?
You're a big old Texas boy. Was that Vince Young or was that just cuz?
I think the reason that brought around first, me and my neighbor, Jason, he loved Nebraska. I hated Nebraska. So whoever they played in the national...
How the fuck did he like Nebraska?
They moved from Nebraska.
Well, they can move fucking back as far as I'm concerned, motherfucker.
That's what I told him.
Exactly, just like that.
So whoever they played that year in the national championship, I became a fan of that team. And so I think it was
so that
Texas.
was the Fiesta Bowl. It was Texas versus Nebraska.
Was that Ricky
Tommy
Williams?
Frazier?
Probably.
I think it was Ricky Williams and Tommy Frazier. Tommy Frazier was the quarterback for Nebraska.
Yeah, that's when I first.
And that was a Fiesta Bowl, and someone killed someone in that game. Like either Nebraska killed Texas or Texas killed. I think Nebraska killed Texas in that one. Fuck Nebraska. Their whole sports program is shit now, which is awesome.
And then from there, yes, I was a big Vince Young guy.
Of any more, I think of Texas grandma started wearing Texas hats, like when we were living with him, and it never made any sense. And he never really gave any pure excuse for it. So I always used to make fun of him for it because his name was Grandma.
Grandma.
Anyway, Grandma. So anyway, Doug, that's enough going into Austin. Let's talk about wrestling.
Where was I going? Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong. You hated the idea of Roddy Strong versus Chris Jericho. And yet
I loved it. I don't know why. Well, I think the stairwell got me. I popped for the stairwell.
I think everyone popped for the stairwell. Because that was the most unique fucking thing anyone has ever seen in a wrestling match. Ever. No one has seen that setup ever.
Yeah. So when to set it up, they're fighting up kind of in the concession stand area, and then they go into the stairwell. And the first glimpse is you see, I don't remember who threw who, but you see him throw him over the railing, and I just think he's like throwing him like over the stairs, and I'm like, holy shit! And
that has to be 80 feet in the air.
And then it's just this weird little like platform, and I'm like, oh, okay, Jesus,
yeah,
that was like the perfect.
Whoever scouted that out was brilliant. Roderick Strong is really good at wrestling.
Yeah, he is.
He's so fucking good. All Jericho had to do was just follow Roddy the entire time.
With it.
Yeah, it was so fucking good. And the finish was really good. Like, I really liked the finish, and I should have because
you hate Adam Cole.
I don't hate Adam Cole.
You don't?
Oh no, okay. I like Austin Jenkins as a person. I think he's a really nice guy, probably. I just can't get behind Adam Cole, except for that Shining Wizard he delivered was fucking perfect. It was beautiful.
It was nice.
Yeah. But man, Roddy Strong, he he was good from the get-go. He's blowing Jericho apart.
I think, did you notice early on in that match, like, I think Roddy hit him with something, like, it was either just a chop or a knee or something, and like the look in Jericho's face is like, oh shit, like,
Oh, we're
that was
going,
fucking
brother.
stiff.
Oh, well, there was a point where they were exchanging chops and they were loud as fuck. Like, I think Jericho might have underestimated how strong Roddy is.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, let's go. We're doing this. I actually need to get those assholes in Colorado to like me again. And it was a fun match.
Yeah,
and it was something that AEW hasn't done in forever. Like, I was thinking about that as it was going. Like, they haven't had the Falls Count Anywhere, like where it actually goes anywhere, because like the last Falls Count Anywhere was that fucking Elite versus Death Triangle that we saw. That just started in the back and then just kind of ended up at the entryway and in the ring, and they kind of fucked around, but they weren't doing anything other than Kenny doing the One Wing Angel Phoenix.
Yeah, through that table.
Solid show once again. Tony has figured out that he has wrestlers that can wrestle, and there was a lot of Sammy Guevara.
My biggest complaint was I just commended Tony Khan last week for not putting any squash matches in and letting the wrestlers
we have
wrestle.
The worst person to squash match. Dude, the squash match.
And then cut a promo like, why did we need that match? Give it to someone else. Let one of the other matches go longer.
It sucked so bad.
Let
and
Russo
that
go
crowd
10 minutes.
have Darby, Orange, Big Bill, and Lee Moriarty go a fuck another 5. Add another like 2 to Jericho and Roddy, and add like another 2.5 to Jack and Roosh.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Okay, 3 things, maybe 4. I don't know how to count anymore. The
9 times 9.
81. God damn it. You know how racist I sound when I do that now?
Do you know how racist my setup is? I apologize.
Yeah, I apologize too. It's the finger man. It's the finger man. It's the finger man. Jaime Escalante.
It's how they do it on the movie.
It's how they do it.
I watched it in school like 12 times.
Yes, anytime a math teacher just got tired, they would just put on Stand and Deliver, or a Spanish teacher.
Or my Spanish
Stand
teacher.
and Deliver.
Like 4 times a year.
It was like I'm tired of you fuckers. Put it on. I need to get the 4K release of Stand and Deliver.
I'll come watch it.
Dude, Jaime Escalante. Anyway, goddamn. Sammy Guevara.
Yes. Boo.
Does a babyface promo.
Yeah.
Half the crowd is like, yeah. The other half doesn't give a fuck.
They gave him a baby face spot at the end to come out and make the save.
Did you see the little bullshit thing I made? I'm sure someone else has definitely done this, but I did the whole from Poochie. It's a Simpsons reference.
Yeah,
on Twitter.
Yeah.
when Sammy Guevara is not on screen, all the other characters should say, "Where's Sammy Guevara?" It's just God. Oh God, they're throwing him down our throats. And when he does a heel shit thing at Double or Nothing, it's going to be, this is because none of you liked me.
Yeah.
I hate Sammy Guevara so much.
Let's focus.
And the other thing. So numbers, remember numbers?
1.
Numbers.
Damn it. 1.
2. They played Sammy Guevara's theme roughly, I think 3 to 4 times, maybe more, during that episode. And what was funny is that on Twitter, everyone just like Sammy Guevara said, Sammy Guevara is like the funniest, dumbest theme song. And I would say easily the worst Titantron I've ever fucking seen in my life.
It's bad.
This Dragon Ball Z thing. Like, whatever. Like, enjoy Dragon Ball Z. But, like, you're watching that, you see that, and you're just, it's sad.
And I can't believe he wore that shitty shirt like 2 or 3 times on TV now.
I can, because he sucks. So,
okay,
anyway,
3.
Great. 3. He sucks. But anyway, yeah, it was just good Dynamite. Tony's 2 for 2. Oh, wait. Tony also had a big announcement, Doug. What was that big announcement?
We are going to have Saturday Night Nitro.
Saturday Night Nitro. Dun, dun, fuck, I can't. Don't. I can't. Oh, whoa. This is where I put the Nitro theme song in there.
You all right there, buddy?
Down. Yeah, something like that.
Saturday Night Collision.
Nitro. Which, by the way, I love the logo. I really do. And any nerd or dipshit or I saw one tweet that was just like, that's the intellectual property of WWE. I can't wait for Jerry McDoyle Jerry McDoyle to sue the pants off of them and fund the next 10 WrestleManias off of AEW for copyright infringement. First of all, fuck you. Thank you. Bye. And second of all, Jerry McDoyle is probably the most evil human being in wrestling history. He knows where every body is buried alive, that has any connection with WWE. That man has paid off more people, dug more ditches, done the most insane, horrible, detestable shit that any man can do in real life. So for that ass clown to even be like, oh, really, he's great. Fuck them all.
Fuck them.
What they should do. Have you ever seen Midsommar, Doug?
No.
What they should do is essentially what the sister of the main character in Midsommar did to her and her parents. Essentially create a carbon monoxide flow in a close that essentially kills everyone involved. So you can get like Vince, and you can get like Jerry, and you can probably get Vince again, and probably Linda, and probably pretty much fucking everyone. Just get them all in the room and just Midsommar sister them, Doug.
It's pretty dark, but there's been some dark times, Bill.
Dark times equals dark favors. That doesn't make sense.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Can you keep going with a promo like that?
No, I can't keep. No.
Oh man, who was that? Was it?
I did. That was just me.
It was like
Taker?
it was Taker, Macho, and like a tiny bit of Hogan.
So anyway, Collision, Saturday Night Nitro.
Yes.
On the Superstation TNT at 6:05. I don't know
when. The poster has Miro, Thunder Rosa, Andrade. But then you got the House
MJF.
of Black, MJF, FTR,
Orange,
and a few others. So
the best wrestler in the world right now, Orange Cassidy. He really is the best fucking wrestler in the world. He's goddamn, son. And no Punk, which goes into the whole fucking Twitter drama and Twitter bullshit and social media shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle Dave and Brian Alvarez and CM Punk being like, hey, Brian, I fucked your wife. And like, just, God damn it. Hey, everyone, we're all being fucking worked. This is like the ultimate working. They're working us, you fucking tools.
They want, yes.
They're just creating internet buzz and bullshit. This is what fucking people do now.
Prime example, MJF. Look at him now.
Prime example, fucking Dax from FTR doing the same shit before. Like all this shit is a fucking work. I mean, enjoy it. Enjoy it. If you can step back from your personal fucking beliefs and your parasocial relationships and tribalism, as Mr. Chick Magnet Punk says, like, enjoy it. Watch it for next level shit. Mm-hmm. Don't get fucking caught up in it because it's just dumb. Watch wrestling, nerds. That's all I care. Like, God, like Punk comes back to Chicago on the, like, yes. Yeah. Okay, cool. Ace Steele, however, Ace Steele needs to be on TV. Ace Steele needs to be the main color commentary for all Collision events from here on out.
You know what I was going to say about Ace Steele?
That he's your boy.
I was going to quote Brad Pitt from The Bullet Train.
The Bullet Train.
Have you seen that movie?
I did. Nice, cool premise. Really took a shit at the end.
I watched that this weekend.
It's fun. It's a fun movie. It just sucked.
Oh.
The ending sucked. Yeah.
Go eat a bag of dicks, lady. That's what Ace Steele can do.
Why?
I don't know.
He's your boy.